Have you ever felt like God was making you wait? Like everything you wanted, every dream, every prayer was being delayed. And all you kept hearing was, focus on yourself. But you didn't want to focus on yourself. You wanted the relationship, the breakthrough, the promotion, the blessing. You wanted movement, not more silence. Progress, not more patience. But still, all signs kept pointing inward. Why does God do that? Why does He lead you into yourself before He leads you into the blessing? Let me tell you why. Because God is not just a provider, He is a protector. He doesn't just give you what you ask for. He prepares you for what you can handle. You see, there are some blessings that require a healed version of you. Not a perfect version, but a whole one. One who knows who they are in Him. One who's learned how to stand alone. One who no longer chases people or things to feel enough. So before He sends the blessing, God sends the process. A process that strips you, breaks your ego, exposes your wounds, and invites you into deep, uncomfortable growth. That loneliness you feel, it's not a punishment, it's alignment. That season where people fall away, it's not rejection, it's protection. That quiet season where you feel forgotten, where nothing seems to move, where every door stays closed. That's not failure, that's formation. Because before you can step into what's next, God needs to fix what's been buried inside. Sometimes the greatest blessing isn't what's coming, it's who you're becoming while you wait. You think God is delaying you, but really, He is developing you. He's teaching you how to rely on Him, not on outcomes. He's showing you how to build character, not just chase comfort. He's pulling you out of your past identity and into the person He called you to be all along. And yes, it's lonely. Yes, it's frustrating. But God doesn't waste the wilderness. He uses it to transform, again helping others standing taller. Because when you start focusing on yourself, not in pride, but in purpose, something shifts. You stop chasing people who don't value you. You stop begging for what's beneath your calling. You start healing. You start growing. You start seeing yourself the way God sees you. Loved, worthy, enough. And that is the version of you that can carry the blessing without crumbling under it. You want the relationship. God says, let me teach you how to love yourself first. You want the opportunity. God says, let me build your discipline before I give you the platform. You want the wealth. God says, let me test your heart before I increase your hands. Why? Because God doesn't want your blessing to become your burden. He doesn't want you to sabotage what you prayed for. So He takes you on a detour through yourself. The truth is, you can't shortcut God's process. If you try to skip the work, you miss the wisdom. If you try to rush the blessing, you might ruin it. Because God isn't just interested in blessing your life. He's interested in transforming it. And that begins with you. The healing of your heart, the renewing of your mind, the strengthening of your spirit. That's why He slows you down. That's why He closes doors. That's why He brings everything back to this one thing, you. So if you're in a season of silence, of self-work, of inner battles and spiritual stretching, don't run from it. Lean in. This is not wasted time. This is preparation. God is not punishing you. He's positioning you. Not just for a blessing, but to become the kind of person who knows how to handle it. So when God makes you focus on yourself, it's because He knows what's ahead. He sees what you don't. And before he gives it to you, he loves you enough to make sure you're ready. You don't need to force it. You don't need to chase it. You just need to trust that everything God is doing in this season is building a stronger, wiser, more grounded you, because that version of you is the one who will be ready when the blessing finally comes. Let God work on you. Your blessing is already written.